One of the oldest sound card that I know is the V8 Live sound card, and recently the new version came out, which is called the V8K Live sound card. Let me show you the difference of the old and the new version of this V8. Again, from V8 to V8K Live sound card. Without further ado, let's get started. What you can see over here is the old V8 Live sound card. And now let's check what's the package comes with when you get the new one, the V8K Live sound card. Packaging is pretty much same as the first one. And from here you will get a user manual that looks like that. And here's another one. Okay. And same as before, it came with 3 cables. So these two here are TRRS 3.5 millimeter for both. And then you get one of these. So this is USB type C to A. So this is one of the main difference. This is now USB type C to A. Before, it's micro USB to USB A. So this is the big change this time. And finally, the V8K Live sound card. There it is. If you look at it, this is a little bit bigger than that. If we're going to do that, there it is. So this is the V8K and this is the V8 Live sound card. So this is a little bit wider for the new one. And as you can see over here, the equalizer, these are the equalizers on here. It has a treble, mid, and bass, while the old one, it only has 2, the treble and the bass. And for the new one, it has now the volume control for the sound effects. It's right there, special effects. And same thing, it has the record volume knob. This is very important. If you're doing recording or streaming, make sure this one is on high. You have your monitor also on here, and same thing, the microphone and the reverb. So same thing here. And if you notice, the old one has an electro or auto tune, but this one here don't have that feature. However, they added something here. There is now a denoise feature or function on here, while the old one, it doesn't have that denoise button or function. And again, as you can see, the treble and bass over here are knobs, and now they are volume sliders. As to the port on here, so again, this is the V8 and this is the new one, the V8K Live sound card. Again, the very big difference is USB-C on here instead of micro USB. So it's right there, micro USB on the old one and USB-C on the new one. And for the live ports on here, you only have one. That is because you can do live streaming on 2 different devices from here and there. And here you have live 1 and 2. So now you only have 1 live port on here. And as I've said, you can also use this OTG port for streaming or recording. And Accompany, you also have your Accompany instruments. So pretty much the same but different ports. So this one are 3.5 millimeter inputs and outputs. And earphone, so you have the same earphone and headset, so that means you can connect an earphone or headphone that has a built-in microphone. You can connect them through here. And another big difference here is you have now 2 microphone input via 3.5 millimeter, which is a Beam 800 condenser microphone. You should be able to connect them through here. And same thing, you have this dynamic mic input on both. There it is. That is pretty much the physical differences of the old V8 and the new V8. So V8 and V8K Live sound card. And now let's test the V8K Live sound card. And now while I'm doing the testing, I'm going to be recording what I'm doing to this Android device. This is a Samsung device, or to be specific, this is a Samsung S24 Ultra. And for the microphones, I will be connecting two different kinds of microphone. This is a Beam 800 condenser microphone from Synido, and this is a dynamic microphone from the Fifine, the K688 dynamic microphone. And now let's start the connections. What I will use is this USB A to C. I'm going to connect this one from the OTG port. If you are curious if you can use the live port here, of course you can. You'll be using this TRRS 3.5 millimeter to connect on here, and you will be needing the headphone adapter for your phone. It could be Android, then USB-C. If it's iPhone that has Lightning, then it's the Lightning one. And just make sure it's let's say Lightning to TRRS headphone adapter, or USB-C to TRRS headphone adapter, because if it's TRS it will not work. For this video we will be using this USB A to C. Again, this came from the package, and I will connect this through the OTG port. So let's connect this one to there. From here I will use this kind of adapter. There should be different kinds of like this adapter. So this is a USB-C camera adapter, USB-C on the end, and then there's USB-C port on here, and then there is another port for charging. Okay, this actually comes in a different kinds. Sometimes there is a headphone right there, and then two USB-C port. Whatever you have, as long as there is a port for charging and then USB-C, then that should work. And by the way, if you're buying this, make sure to read the description that it is compatible to your device. Sometimes it doesn't specify if it's compatible to your device, then maybe you can give it a try if it works. Okay, so from here I'm going to connect this other end there, and now I will need another USB-C, so another something like this to connect from here and then to charge it. Now from here is another USB A to C. I'll connect this one to here, so this is for charging, and the other end I'm going to use this power bank. Okay, there it is. And now I'm going to connect this other end to here. So in this setup, as you can see, it is charging. So using this kind of adapter, as you can see, it charges your V8K live sound card, and at the same time it also charges your Samsung device. And now let me connect an earphone for audio monitoring. Okay, I'm going to connect this one to the one that says headset. Okay, and now I'm going to connect the Beam 800 condenser microphone. And by the way, if you will be interested in getting one of this microphone, unfortunately Synido does not really sell this microphone separately. It comes in a package, as they sell also audio mixers, sound cards, and MIDI controllers. If you want to visit their website, I'm going to be adding a link under the description below. So I will connect the microphone, let's say, to mic 2. And as I said, this is a Beam 800 condenser microphone from Synido. And now the dynamic microphone, this is from the Fifine K688 dynamic microphone. Fifine has different kinds of microphone. If you want to visit their website, again, I'll be adding a link under the description below. Okay, and from here, I'm going to connect this one to the dynamic mic port. And there it is. I am now all set. Okay, and from here, let's now turn on the V8K live sound card. Same as the other sound cards, just tap and hold until it light up. So there it is. And by the way, this is the device I will be using as a source for the background music. And same as the old V8 live sound card, this also has a Bluetooth. So that means we should be able to connect a source of the background music via Bluetooth or wireless. But if you prefer to connect them via line in, of course, your other cable, the TRRS or TRS, you should be able to connect them via line in, the one that says Accompany on here. And for this video, I'm just going to connect the source of my background music via wireless or Bluetooth. And now to connect the source of your background music, provided it has a Bluetooth feature, most of the phones nowadays have Bluetooth anyways. So if it's your first time to connect it, normally V8K will show up at the bottom. Once it's connected, then it's going to be on top. So again, V8K, it says connected, so it's now connected. In other words, if we are going to play YouTube karaoke song or any songs you downloaded on here, it should be played also from here, and you can hear it through this earphone that I connected. And from here, whatever you're listening to, this is now the recorded audio from this Samsung device. What I set for the microphone, I am setting it to 50% currently. And for whatever you do, recording or streaming, make sure record volume knob is always on high. I'm actually setting it right now to the max, because if this is at low, then your audio output on your recordings or streaming will be low as well. So that's why I set this one to the max all the time, just so for this V8K live sound card. Again, what I'm using right now is a Beam 800 condenser microphone from the synido. Okay, so let's go over the features on here. Again, microphone, volume, very self-explanatory. Lower it or increase that. That is your volume control. And for the reverb, of course, you can turn it up. There it is. Sound check. Testing 1, 2. And then turn it down. So as you like. Now, for the next one here, the monitor volume knob. This one doesn't matter if it's high or low. This is just for you to listen to your audio. It does not affect your recordings on there. So that means if this one is at low, it does not affect the volume output of your recording or streaming. Accompany volume knob on here. This is to control your music. You can also control the music from the device itself. Special effects, I mentioned earlier. This is to control the sound effects, preloaded sound effects. This kind of sound card, you are not able to change this sound effects. They are fixed. Okay, so maybe let's do a sample from here. Let's test all of them. So let's start from the bottom. And then the next one. Then the next one. Then the next one.
Awesome!
Okay, let's test the next one. So again, you can turn it up or turn it down. There it is. Okay, turn it up. Ooh, it's too loud. Okay. Then gunshot. Okay, giggle. Okay.
I love it! You guys are so great!
Okay, there it is. And now for the equalizers on here, maybe it's best to test them out with the reverberation. And now this is treble at the max, and then 50%, and then 0. Okay, there it is. Now I'm gonna increase the mid, so mid 50%, and then to the max. Okay, so this is max for the mid. And setting it back to 0, and now bass. Okay, this is 50% for bass, and then max. If we're going to set everything to the max, there it is. It's pretty loud. I'm going to set the mid to maybe 25%. And then my treble, I'm just going to lower it. And then the bass also. So maybe somewhere there. And this one over here, these are pretty much your preset reverb. Let's say, for example, if I'm going to set KTV, okay, so there won't be no effects unless you add reverberation on this volume knob on here. Okay, there it is. So I'm setting the reverberation, let's say to 3 o'clock. Okay, so right now I'm going to set KTV. Okay, so this is now KTV. Sound check. Testing 1, 2. And now I'm going to test MC. Okay, sound check. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So less reverb for the MC compared to KTV. And now let's test the Pro. Okay, sound check. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So anyway, it's up to you to select which one you want to use, Pro, MC, or KTV. Now, whatever you select on here, KTV, MC, or Pro, you can still lower your reverberation from here. Let's say you only want like that much. Then there it is, sound check, and then the MC, sound check, and then the KTV. So again, you should be able to lower or turn it up, the reverberation from this knob on here. And now, for some reason, let's say you want to remove the reverberation, just simply tap the Primal. Okay, there it is. So as you notice, even if there is a reverberation on here, let's say I'm setting it to 3 o'clock, and yet as soon as you tap the Primal sound, your vocals should be flat without any reverb. So that is the use of the Primal. And then if you want to go back again to MC, there it is, sound check, testing 1, 2. So you're back with reverberation. You also have voice changer on here. Let's test it. Okay.
Okay, so this is now the female voice. I know there is a delay when I change it. Okay, sound check, testing 1, 2. This is the female voice.
And this is now the male voice. Soundtrack testing 1, 2.
And this is the lolly voice. It's like a child voice. Okay, sound check.
And this is now the monster voice. Soundtrack testing 1, 2.
Okay, we're now back to female. And now if you want to go back to your original voice, you can select the one from here or the Primal sound. Let's select the Primal sound.
Okay, there it is. So again, that's pretty much, if you want to go back to your original voice, you can select Primal, or if you want with the reverb, then you can select one from here. Let's say KTV, so something like that. Okay, and now eliminate. Eliminate is, let's say, if you are playing a song that has vocals, then if you tap the eliminate, it will somehow remove the vocals, and then you can sing along with that. Maybe let's do a quick sample. And now let me show you that this music has vocals. Until I lay my head. Okay, there it is. And now let's test the eliminate. Oh, I will. Okay, there it is. Okay, so as you noticed, it somehow remove the vocals, and then you can sing along with that. I don't really suggest you use that. If there is option for you to use the karaoke song or the -1, then I prefer you should use the other one because the audio output is more clean. But again, this is just if in case you have no choice, right there you have to sing along with the music, and then somehow it will remove the vocals, and then you can sing along with that. That's the purpose or the function of this eliminate. Okay, let me turn it off now. And as I mentioned earlier, you should be able to control the music from this Accompany volume knob and from the source itself. Okay. So you can turn it up or turn it down. There it is. And you can also turn it up from here and turn it down. There it is. Okay, so again, that is to control the background music you are playing. And now the ducking button on here, this is most likely for DJ or maybe for your podcast if you want to talk while there is music playing, and then that's the use of that. So what it does is if you are going to be talking, the volume of your background music go down, and then when you stop talking, the volume of the music you're playing is supposed to go up. Okay, let's try this music on here. Okay, so now if I'm going to turn on the ducking, okay, so now that I have turned on the ducking feature on there, so as you notice, you could hardly hear, you can still hear it, but it's not as loud if I am going to stop talking. Okay, so again, that is the use of this ducking feature on there. Okay, and now the denoise, this is actually a good feature that they have added to this V8K live sound card. Okay, right now I already turned it on. If I'm going to turn it off, okay, and then I will be quiet for a little bit. Okay, there it is. I can hear that noise. Okay, I'm gonna turn it on. There it is. And it looks like there's only one level of denoise on here. As soon as you turn it on, then that's it. There's no level like level 1 or 2. And by the way, to find out if your source of your music is connected via Bluetooth, you will notice it on here. This light on here is solid. If this is blinking, that means it's not yet connected to a source. to connect the music to this V8K live sound card. So that is your indication. That's pretty much it for this V8K live sound card. And now let me give you a quick maybe a recording sample, so you will have maybe an idea as to what's the audio like for recording sample. Okay, I'll do my best. I do have colds right now, but let me just give you a short recording sample, as if you are maybe singing to your audience, if you're doing live streaming, or maybe you're making a song cover. And now let me switch to this dynamic microphone from the Fifine. Again, this is K688 from the Fifine. And before I do a quick recording sample, I'm just gonna show you that the built-in microphone of this headphone or headset or earphone does work as well. Okay, there it is. Sound check. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm showing you is technically you should be able to use 3 microphones right now at the same time with this V8K live sound card. Okay, so right now, again, I'm using this Fifine dynamic microphone, and let me do a quick recording sample. Is always on my mind from the time I wake up till I close my eyes. Is everywhere I go. Is all I Anyway, that should be your recording audio output using this K688 dynamic microphone from the Fifine with this V8K live sound card. And I set my reverb preset to KTV, and then my microphone, I set it to about 11 o'clock, reverb to 2 o'clock. Anyway, that should be it for this V8K live sound card. And by the way, if you'll be interested in getting this kind of microphone, I'll be adding a link under the description below. For Synido, they don't sell microphone specifically, but they do carry audio mixers or interface and MIDI pads or keyboard on their website. I'll be adding a link also under the description below. Thanks again, guys, for watching. If you like this type of video, please give it a like. And if you want more of this type of videos, consider subscribing if you haven't done yet, and hit the notification bell so you're always updated for all the upcoming videos I will be posting. Keep safe, and until next time.